Hey, good morning, friends. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. The time is 9:27 a.m. on Friday, January 17th, 2025. And of course, it is Saturday the 18th for our friends on the other side of the planet. Who the heck am I? My name's Lee. I'm pretty darn sure that you are you. I just happen to be the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. And this little group that went from 0 to 483,000 members, my friend. That's right. As of this moment, we are sitting at over 483,000 members in this little Facebook group that I created just under a year ago. That's unbelievable. And that's all because of you folks. I mean, I just started this group and I maintained it, waiting for all of you folks to show up and share your wonderful memes and jokes and other humorous bits. Um, it's incredible. Almost 500,000 people in this group. That's bigger than most cities around the world. Welcome to the funniest city on the internet, folks, and population, us. So if you have been showing up every day and watching these videos, I did mention a couple days ago that we have a family member who's going through some serious health crisis. This is one of the reasons why I'm starting this video late today. We were up very late yesterday having to pick up a family member, another family member from the airport, and you know, that stuff that you do when somebody's really sick and you just got to take care of stuff. Well, that's what we've been doing. I've also been going to work every day, or every day there's work. So there's that too. That's why I'm a little late this morning. Just a little rundown. It's been a long week. Very late night last night. Hey, actually, I worked a concert last night. A really good concert. It was Sum 41, SUM 41. That is a Canadian hard rock alternative. Some people call them a punk band. What a fantastic show! It's their farewell tour. I guess it's been 30 years since they entered the business. Had some fantastic tunes along the way, and boy, did they ever put on a great show last night. Yeah, that's my job, working hockey games, football games, lacrosse games, and concerts. And boy, what a concert was last night. Yeah, Sum 41, thanks for 30 years of great music, guys. Wish you the best in the future. I guess it's a goodbye. They got a few more shows left on this tour. If you've never heard of them, check them out. They got some great songs. So I apologize for getting this all started late this morning. I said there are mitigating factors, but I'm going to do this as best I can because you deserve as good of a video as I can give you. And what does that mean? I think that means we should show off a meme that is making me laugh today. Saw this morning when I got up. Here it is. This is from Andrea Sali. Andrea Sali, thank you so very much for the meme. I love these. I love this style of meme, actually. And, well, I think this is funny. All right. Thank you so very much, Andrea. Appreciate the contribution. We appreciate all the contributions from every single member out there. If your meme isn't featured here, it doesn't mean it's not important. It just means certain memes get more traction than other ones. Are they better memes? Not necessarily. Just ones that people have seen. This is a very good meme, though, I thought. And Andrea, thank you. Thank you so very much. It rocks. You know, I keep saying these videos are going to get short, and I really do mean it, because I find that I just spend a lot of time rambling and just talking about crap or telling you the same thing 2, 3, 4, 5 times, trying to get you to buy a coffee cup, trying to get you to buy a t-shirt, when really I should be getting you to listen to some bad jokes. I am absolutely obsessed with telling airport jokes. My doctor thinks it might be a terminal condition. What did the right eye say to the left eye? Between you and me, something smells. What did the sink say to the toilet? You look a little flushed. Why did the teddy bear say no to dessert? He was already stuffed. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. I ran into my ex yesterday. Luckily there were no witnesses. Never tell a pig a secret, because they always squeal. How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas? He felt his presence. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. What kind of insect tells time? A cockroach. Why did the robber jump in the shower? He was hoping to make a clean getaway. What do you call a pumpkin that works on the beach? A lifeguard. Why do cows wear bells? 'Cause their horns don't work. Well, I know those are bad. I know those jokes are really bad, but at the same time, I'm telling them because I'm hoping they're making you laugh. I know I got a couple of friends out there that come back every day to watch these videos, and that makes me happy. I have no idea how many people are actually watching the videos, but I know for the few people that come back every day and give me feedback on it, you folks like these bad jokes. I like them too. And the only reason I'm telling them is to make somebody laugh, and that somebody is you. And about that laughing and making people laugh, that ties into the request that I have every day. I've got no place asking you for anything, but I am going to ask you for something anyways. When you're out there today, if you are out there and about, if you get a chance, try to make somebody laugh. Try to make many people laugh if you can, but if you can make at least one person laugh, you may not know it, but you've done something freaking amazing. Laughter is very important, and I know there's been times in my life where I've just been down, so down, and then somebody comes along and just makes me laugh out of the blue. And then for that little bit of a moment, that darkness recedes, and you see there's good in the world. Um, Humor is that good in the world. If you can spread that, you're spreading good. So it sounds cheesy, I know, but I'm a cheesy kind of person. But I really do mean this. When you're out there, try to make somebody laugh. And if you can't, the other thing I'm going to ask, and it's tied together, is can you laugh today? I hope you can find something that makes you laugh. This group is about making us laugh. It's about making everybody laugh. We're heading towards 500,000 members, 500,000 funny people. That is like the funniest city on the internet. Let's just call it that. The funniest city on the internet is called, well, I thought it was funny. And I think it's funny because of what you've brought to the table, my friends. Uh, I repeat myself all the time because A, I got a crap brain, and B, sometimes I like what I'm saying. Mostly A, but today it's going to be part B. I started this group less than a year ago, coming up on a year pretty soon though. But I started that group because I wanted to share things that I thought was funny. And while I may have started that group, I was just the maintainer. I was the placeholder until you folks came along. And now it's not my group, it's our group. This little group that went from nothing, just one old guy sharing stuff that he thought was funny, to maybe about 80 people a few months later. And then finally, at where we are today, 483,000 members, heading towards 500,000. I can't think of a better place to be regarding that, and I can't think of a better people to be with than you folks. You make my day. You really do. The fact that you're all here in this group, enjoying something that I've created. It's not all my humor. I understand that. Just something that I created. That weirdly, for somebody that feels emotionless sometimes, really makes me feel good here. And of course, it makes me feel good here. So thank you very much for making me a better person, because you really have. Okay, and now on to the awkward section of our closing moments. Awkward because I hate doing this. I'm going to start off just saying that we love what we do here, and we love going through your posts and curating, but we do curate. And with 483,000 members, you probably can guess that there's a lot of content that gets posted, and we can't put it all up there. Now, the curating started from maybe a few minutes here, a few minutes there, until we got to this group this size. Now it's taking 4, 5, sometimes 6 hours a day, at least for myself, to curate your post, to approve, and to unfortunately decline some, to go through comments, making sure that there's not a bunch of scammers out there, culling those scammers, culling inappropriate comments. That's been taking 4 or 5 hours a day, sometimes even 6, at least for myself. And I do know that my mods and mins, fantastic mods and mins, are spending hours themselves on the group too. That all takes away from things in life, become basically a job for the hours that we're putting in. If possible, I would love to be able to reward my mods and admins for their time. And what am I getting at? Well, we have this little thing called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. That's just the title of it. It's not for me specifically. It's for all the admins and mods, if it ever amounts to anything. And what it is a link in our notes. And if you click that link, it brings you to a page called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. That's a place where you can make a $5 donation if you're so inclined. And that $5, it's $5 US, by the way, it goes towards the group and to possibly just keeping everything going, and to make sure that we can afford to keep going. And when I say afford, I mean it's because of the time we're putting in. Don't worry, I'm not saying we're taking down the group. That's not that's not even part of the equation. But I would love to be able to compensate my admins and mods, and possibly myself, for the amount of time they're putting in. Now, we volunteered for this. We made this decision, and we love what we're doing. But as I said, it takes away from things in life. When I'm at my other job, my job that pays, when I go on my break, the first thing I do is I pull up my phone, and I end up going through 200-300 posts that I have to curate. That's approve or decline, and that's my whole break gone. We're spending time that we'd be spending on other things on the group. Absolutely worthwhile. But if I could make this pay for the mins and mods, I would absolutely love to do that. And what that is, it's a $5 click. You click it, brings you up to that page. If you want to, you can click buy us a cup of coffee. $5 goes towards the group, and it would definitely go a long, long way and be absolutely appreciated. Now, that's not the only thing that we have, though. If you do want to help, we also have, as I showed earlier, we've got these coffee cups. I've got some fantastic shirts. I think I'll show a picture of the shirts up here, and our hoodies. They look great. They're really good quality. I think the graphic is good. It's Dorothy saying, "Well, I thought it was funny." So quality products. I would love to see you in those, folks. I'd be blown away if I had a whole bunch of people hoisting up their "Well, I thought it was funny" coffee cup, or people posting in their shirts, and that it would make me so proud. So if that's something you feel like you'd like to do, please click that buy us a cup of coffee link in our notes, or visit our store. Maybe there's something there you'd like: shirts, hoodies, coffee cups. We even have a tote bag, all of them with that great graphic. Anything along those lines are going to really help out. But really, the thing that helps us out the most is that you come back every day, you share your posts, you like posts, and comment, everything like that. That's what makes things worthwhile. So I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I'm hoping you're going to be here again tomorrow. Thank you so very much, folks, for everything that you've done to make this group amazing. All the love, friends.